Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. We are going to go ahead and pull this out of the box, make sure everything's good and that I have all the parts and pieces I need, and see what we think of it. We got the legs, we got the cylinder, we got the part that the transmission is going to rest on, parts and pieces, and the little, I'm assuming it's kind of a handle to be able to turn it a little easier. Something else about it, I will say this was like $300, and I don't know, I think that was free shipping, so whatever I paid on Amazon, I will put a price below yet again. Right now I spent a little bit of time cleaning all the junk out of this so it's not making noises. We're going to put these on like that. It gives me an extra 2.5 inches of height, which this didn't go quite as high as I wanted it to. I don't remember the exact number. If I can find that, I will also put that below somewhere, probably in the video. But for now, my plan is to go ahead and put it upside down. And yet again, you are responsible for your own safety. If you don't like the way I'm doing something, don't do it. Then there's a washer, a lock washer, and we're throwing that in there. And I'm just going to do everything kind of by hand for now. Well, these are just, this is junk hardware, you can say that for sure. But at some point, if I find I'm having problems, I can always replace it. Now, these have lots of movement in them. So yet again, if you're having problems with it, you're going to want to make sure that when you're all said and done, you have everything where you want it, where it's level, flat, all that kind of stuff. Right. That one doesn't feel like it's going in very well, and I've also heard that problem before as well. I think part of it is when I went to put it on, all the junk that was inside that leg kind of came out and went in there. Let's see if this, I can see like welding slag, it looks like down in here. And I think there's some like Loctite or something, that some sort of something down in there. Okay, this one's definitely going better here. Oh, this one's good. Alright, those went in okay after all said and done. I believe we need to take this pin out, then flip it around, and I think this just stays in there and kind of sits on top of that. So I got my snap ring pliers here. I'm going to take that, pull it off of there. Try not to do it too hard because you can bend these out of whack. And this thing is kind of a pain in the butt in the way here. Can I just push it out here? Oh boy. Okay, this spring is going to spring out too, it appears. Which is kind of a bummer and a half here. So I can see why people would complain about this. It's definitely kind of a pain in the butt. And it doesn't want to come out. And watch yourself, because I don't know how much tension this is on the spring, but it's definitely got tension on it. Alright. And trying to get it back down is going to be the fun part here. I can already tell that I can see why people complain about this part of it. Yeah, you can get down there. That's not playable. Nice. Right. Yeah, that's definitely there. And that's one get that on there. And make sure that's in the groove. And turns freely. Alright. So now we should be able to pump that thing up. So the next thing. Most people aren't going to have whatever size this Allen head. I don't know. It's huge. I don't have one. If I don't have one, probably most people don't have one. So what I actually did is went and found a bolt that fits in there pretty well. It's a little bit loose, but then I actually found another one and put that on there, and between the two, it's pretty darn solid. I'm comfortable with it. Yet again, this is one of those places where you got to choose to do what you want to do. You are responsible for your own safety. If you do something I do and you hurt yourself, I'm not responsible. But now I'm going to take, and I already put the one on, like I said. This one, I'm not even sure. It went on there pretty tight, and I don't know why, and it's got some weird markings on it, but it's what I found. These ones here all go on real easy, so I don't know, but regardless, it's 11 millimeter is the wrench that I'm using on it here. And when I get this all straightened up, like I already know I need to kind of go this way with it, and then an 11 millimeter like that. I'm just going to use this to kind of get it buttoned up now. That seems to work pretty good. I mean, that's not going nowhere. I'm going to do the other side as well. I do believe. From what I'm seeing, it does look like I brought it that way too much. Yet again, you're going to have to fiddle with yours. Yours is obviously, I mean, I'm just showing you what I'm doing to get it to where I want it. I'm going to probably loosen it a little bit and bring it back that way. I think this is about to break again, maybe. Let's see. Yep, this is about to break again in here. And so I cut it off and was able to finally put it on the end of an 11 millimeter socket and crank these down a little bit more, both sides. So if you're gonna do my trick with the nuts and a bolt, make sure you're using like grade 8. The strongest thing you can get, and yet again, you're responsible for your own self if you choose to do something I did and you hurt yourself. I am comfortable with what I have. I got it nice and tight. I think we're good. I leveled this out the best I could figure out how to make things work. That seemed to work. There was a lot of people saying they had to hog these out and do all kinds of stuff. They seem to fit fine and have enough play in them to where I was able to level things out. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead when I've got it up here, take these off the side here and put these on here. And these appear to only have nuts, no washers, and no lock washers that I see in here at all. So they do have a little bit of blue Loctite, it looks like, on there. I am going to grab some washer. Well, you know what? Really, this is thick enough. It doesn't need a washer. It's not painted nice enough to where I'm worried about scratching that. And if anything, the bolt will maybe dig in and hold it a little better. So I am going to put my own Loctite on there. So I got this orange Permatex. I like it. It's really strong. But you can still get it off if you need to. It looks like red because I broke the orange tip here, so I'm using the red one on here because it's the one I use the most. And I'm just gonna stick these on, and it appears these are 19 millimeter, and they don't have a flat spot to hold, so I'm going different methods of holding things here. I wish there was a flat spot or something on here. Let's see. Okay, I was able to get that nice and snug on there. So I got these on, and I gotta say, I'm happy that they have the metal wheels or cast iron wheels, but the bearings are nothing to write home about. Definitely is something that I would probably upgrade at some point. That goes on there somehow. I have decided I'm going to put this down here, and then I can reach here and turn this much easier. It's still out of the way of that. But when I'm up here, up there, and wanting to hold on to something just to be careful or something, and I want to turn this, I don't want to be reaching under here trying to do that. And as far as turning this, really, more than likely, whatever I'm turning this thing, it'll probably be with my foot. In fact, if I find that I'm not using this at all for any reason, it probably will go away. But for right now, we're going to put it on there because it's there, I guess. Yet again, you are responsible for your own safety. I'm going to keep saying that because it's probably not meant to be this way, and there may be a reason, but right now I don't know what that reason is, and this seems safer to me. But this now goes on top of here. And I'd say that this bolt that goes in here. This is what we're trying out here, and this is threaded, but I think they painted in here maybe and screwed it up, or just did a really poor job of threading it in there. I don't know. There we go. So it's not going to hit there. So we got this plate on here. I'm going to tighten it down. Like I said, there is a recess in the top of this thing that should make it kind of stay where it stays. It'll still turn off the ram here, but here's what I was saying. They kind of lie to you. They make it seem like this should go this way and this way, as well as this way and this way. Well, it goes forward and back, so it tilts this way, but then it stays flat and goes side to side this way. It doesn't actually tilt in two directions. And seem to have the same 12 millimeter and 14 millimeter nuts and bolts that go in here. This goes in here. We got a nut on here. The video I saw the guy talked about putting wing nuts on here, which I think is a very good idea. I will probably do the same, just so you can adjust these a little easier. Come on, son. So these are on here, but I did notice, like, if I tighten this up and try and kind of slide it a little bit, it gets caught quite a bit. And I just didn't really tighten it, but it's just, you know, it'll slide, but it's snug, we'll put it that way. But with washers, I think that would make this slide a lot nicer. So I probably will be putting washers on the bottom down here, and probably wing nuts yet again as well. Then it comes with your chains, which honestly, I don't know. I think you can put this one in here, and then this will come over here and hook in, and then you can tighten or loosen this, and I don't know. I'm not going to use the chains. They will, you know, stay in a box somewhere in case I need them for some reason, but I really doubt I'm going to use the chains. Stay tuned to find that out. You didn't get to see it, so I'm going to try it again and see what happens. But this right here, the small one came up, and then this popped up a little ways, and then I pumped it a few more times, and this whole big part came up. It was kind of weird. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not. Oop. See, now the whole thing's coming up. See, last time this piece right here, this big blue part right here, did not come up. It was just the smaller part, which I assumed was the way it was supposed to go, but obviously not. So this part here is stopped now, and I don't think I should be able to do that. I don't know. Maybe. Can I bring the whole thing down? No. So basically it's just intertwining. So this, I think, was painted closed. So if you have that problem, that's probably what it is. I think they painted this on here. Well, I know they did, because there's no paint down here, and the paint stuck to it for the first time. So obviously, to get to this, I'm gonna have to move a bunch of stuff out of my way. But right as of right now, oh no, that's it right there. So I've got a good, 6 or 8 inches that tops this out. And quite honestly, I don't know as I'd want a transmission all the way topped out on it like this. Now, I'm glad I changed the way this is. I can already tell, because I can go like this and bring this down. Otherwise, this would be up here in my way, and I'd either be reaching down through here and getting myself, or trying to come up underneath here. And right now I can still have a hand on, I can put my hand on the transmission above me, and I can bring that down. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll have to see when there's weight on here how happy I am, but I can slow it way down if I want to. If it had weight on here, it'd be just barely squeaking down. I can speed it up a little bit, speed it up a little bit. So there's pretty decent control, I gotta say. And it feels okay, solid. Anything I'm using, I'm probably not going to be totally comfortable with when it's something heavy over my head like that. All in all, am I happy with it? I do believe, considering it is the budgetest one out there, the cheapest one I could find for what I felt still looked sturdy enough, I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one. Oh, right into the thing. That is a really poor place to film at when I do that.